On Saturday evening, Arsenal are playing yet again. This is a 2-day turnaround from our Bayern loss. This time around, we'll be playing away at the modern new stadium, a tough place to play against a tough team in Wolverhampton Wanderers. Another game and another must win. I said in the previous post-match reaction where we lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich, I said that our season is pretty much over. Do I stand by that? Yes, but maybe not as strong. If we win this game against Wolves, anything can happen. But this midweek that we've just had has basically flipped the Premier League on its head. Both Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, all three of us competing for the title, have been knocked out of European competition. It is that massive that we just had. Every single one of these teams, from Man City to Liverpool to Arsenal, have nothing else to compete for other than the Premier League. I mean, there is the FA Cup, but I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about the Premier League and Champions League specifically, and the Europa League for Liverpool. It is this big. The Premier League title race is on a knife's edge. Now, we could have been leading the Premier League had we just beaten Aston Villa. But here we sit second in the table behind Man City, equal on points with Liverpool, and it's all to play for. 6 games to go. We still have to play Man United, Tottenham and Chelsea in these next games. It's going to be very, very tough, and especially with the fact that we are 2 points behind Man City. And like I've been saying, Man City don't really have any huge games left outside of maybe Tottenham. They have a very favourable next 6 games. I don't see them slipping up, hence why I've been saying our season is over. But listen, it is what it is. We lost to Aston Villa, we lost to Bayern Munich. All we can do now is keep our heads up and just win every game from here on in and hope Man City slip up, which I don't see happening. So in today's video, we'll be previewing the game, talking about the potential starting 11 and how I think the game will go. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, coming into this game, we are in horrible form. Let's just say it like it is. Horrible form. The past week, 2 weeks, we haven't won a single game and we've played 3. In our last 3 games, we have drawn 1 and lost our recent 2. And those recent 2 are the most important 2 that we've played in a long time. I mean, Aston Villa was a huge game, a top 4 team at home. We should have won that game, but we got battered from the start to the finish. Aston Villa hit the post twice as well, and we conceded 2 late goals in the dying minutes of the game that just hurt to the core. And then we went away to the Allianz Arena, put in an okay first half performance, a dead and a horrible second half performance, and we ended up losing the game 1-0, probably deservedly so to Bayern Munich, who were the better team, especially in that second half. We are not in good form, and Declan Rice comes after the Bayern Munich game and he says, well, you're going to see the reaction against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I damn well hope so. We should have seen the reaction already against Bayern Munich. We should have seen the reaction already against Aston Villa, because you forget, the first day against Bayern Munich, we were the better team, but we weren't good enough, especially defensively. So we should have seen a reaction already against Villa. We didn't. We should have seen a reaction already against Bayern. We didn't. This time around, Declan Rice is telling us we're going to see the reaction against Wolves. I damn well hope so, because if we lose this game against Wolves, I don't care what happens with Liverpool. I don't care what happens with City. We have then had a failure of a season, and it will just not be good enough. I said in the beginning of the season, listen, as long as we can get to the semi-finals for the Champions League, compete for the Premier League title, I'll consider it a pretty successful season. We didn't get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. We were pretty close, but we didn't get there. And if we can't at least compete till the final day of the Premier League, then it's been a failure of a season, and then questions can be asked. If we can at least get to competing for the Premier League, and on the final day, we maybe lose it by 2 points. Let's say City don't slip up, we don't slip up from here on in, and we lose by 2 points. It's fine. It's not great. I would love to win the Premier League, but it's fine. It's acceptable. But if we just perform how we did last season, if you remember last season, right? This time around last season, this year, a year ago, we were slipping up left, right, and centre and conceded the Premier League title away from us. We bottled it. Last season, we bottled it, and it's happening again. Same time of year, same situation, except we don't have a huge injury to blame it on. I've been blaming it on the fact that we weren't a deep squad. We still really aren't a deep squad. But we weren't a deep squad. We didn't have any maturity in the team, and Saliba got a huge injury that just derailed us. This time around, we don't have any huge injuries. We have a better squad on paper, a little bit of a deeper squad. We have some better players, but we are still sitting where we're sitting, still failing to show spirit, the character, the steel. It's been really frustrating. But here's a chance for us to just go on, win our games. Yes, the Wolves is a good team. They're a tough team. But you look at their last 5 games, and if we don't win this, it will be catastrophic. In their last 5 games, they have 3 losses and 2 draws. They have proven to be absolutely weak in these past 5 games. They have had a good overall season, but these last 5 games, they are in horrible form. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 7 games. If we don't go to the Molineux Stadium, which is a tough place to play, but if we don't go there and beat them, I will be so upset. I mean, in their last 2 games at the Molineux Stadium, they've lost 2-1 to West Ham and lost 3-2 to Championship side Coventry. Anything less than 3 points here will be absolutely catastrophic, will be a disaster, and will be disgraceful. Now, going on to injuries and suspensions, again, the only injury we have to deal with is Jurrien Timber. Again, for the latter part of the season, we have been injury-free. So I don't understand any excuses made for this Arsenal team right now. We have been injury-free. We are injury-free again going into this game outside of Jurrien Timber. And then you look at Wolverhampton Wanderers and the injuries and suspensions that they have to deal with. And you're going to think to yourself that if we don't win this game, I don't know what to say. Honestly, then it's just laughable. They're going to be without Dawson, Bellegarde, Neto, and Nori. All of them are crucial-ish players outside of Bellegarde. Neto is a huge player for Wolves. They're without a lot of these players, and all we have to deal with is no Timber. We have to win this game, I'm sorry. Now, going on to starting 11 that I would play for the game. Goalkeeper, David Raya. My left back, listen, Kivio's been good this season. I have to go Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu was pretty okay against Bayern. Wasn't great, but he had some good moments. Defensively looked pretty good. I mean, Leroy Sané is a handful to deal with anyway. For me, I'll go left back Tomiyasu. My right back, I go Ben White. My 2 centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba. Into midfield now, we have to go attacking. I know we're away from home. I know it, but I don't care. We have to be attacking. We have to get these 3 points. CDM, Declan Rice. Into midfield, I'm going to go Martin Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe. The last time we seen Emil Smith-Rowe start a game, he ended up being man of the match against Luton Town, and he started next to Odegaard, mind you. So for me, my midfield, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Emil Smith-Rowe. Up front, my front 3. Left wing, I go Gabriel Martinelli. He was a live wire against Bayern, I thought, especially in the first half. So for me, left wing, Gabriel Martinelli. He had a decent game. He deserves to start. Right wing, Starboy Bukayo Saka, who just had a mare of a game against Bayern. And up top, no surprises to anyone, Kai Havertz up front. Let me know in the comments below what starting 11 would you play for the game and what are your predictions for the game.